Hello guys, in this video we'll learn how to set up CORS cross-origin resource sharing for our Rust application. So CORS is a security feature implemented in web browsers to control how resources are requested from a different domain than the one serving your web page. So you can do this by basically restricting on basis of origin, HTTP methods, HTTP headers. So let's see how can we use these techniques to do CORS for our web server in Rust. So let's get started. First of all, move to your cargo toml file and you need these three dependencies: Axiom for our web server, Tokyo for async programming, and Tower HTTP for CORS layer. So make sure to add these and build your project. Now back to main. Here we'll be serving both front end and back end today because, as I mentioned in the start, it's a web browser feature. So to test it or to run into CORS issues, we have to be through the browser. We cannot just spin up our backend and test using Insomnia or Postman. So let's get started and let's see how can we do this. So first of all, here I'll be adding a common function to serve both front end and back end, where app router and port as U16 and address socket address. Make sure to use it from std, not the Unix one. So socket address from stdnet from, and here we'll pass 127.0.01 and then our port. Let listener Tokyo net TCP listener bind, pass our address, await, and unwrap. Similarly, we'll just do axiom serve listener app and await unwrap. So this is to serve, and now let's go ahead and add our front end and back end. So we'll just say let front end future app and router new route get, and here we'll serve HTML in a minute. So this is our route, and then we'll just say serve app on port 3000 dot await. Similarly, let backend again async future and app router new route slash data get data, and add a layer, CORS layer new, allow origin, and we allow requests coming from localhost port 3000, which is same as our front end for now, and then we'll tweak and play with it. And then we parse header value and unwrap. Then we just go ahead and serve app on port, let's say 5000, and then here we'll just add print listening, and then we'll just say Tokyo join and pass our front end and back end. So just make sure to make this async and add Tokyo man on top. Now let's add this and the data. So async fn data, we just say impl into response, and here we will just do JSON message hello world. So this is get data done, and now we'll add our HTML to render the page. So we won't be doing any fancy stuff here, just the HTML that when the page is open, a script will execute to call the get data function. As simple as that, because our main aim here is to learn about CORS. And script and here we'll just say fetch http localhost, and our backend is up on port 5000, so we'll just say 5000, and data, then response.json, then data console.log data. So this is basically serving our HTML that executes a script to call our backend, and if this call is successful, we'll just print the data, otherwise we'll see the CORS errors. So that's literally all that we need. So move to your terminal, and here we'll just do cargo run. As you can see, our app is up and running, so let's go to some web browser and test it. So in your browser, just inspect the element, go to the network tab and send a request. There you go, we received the response and it shows hello world. So now let's go ahead, and what we try to do is add some restricting this origin and see the CORS error. So back to our ID. Now here, let's say instead of allowing this, what we say is we only allow the request coming from port 3001, but our front end is running on port 3000. So let's see how can we restrict this call. Back and just start back to our web browser, and here just do a refresh. There you go, and there you go. As you can see, we got the origin issue for CORS, which clearly said that request is allowed from origin. You are sending from 3000 and it's not allowed. And if we see in the headers, there is this request, and yeah, so basically we got the CORS error. Now let's see how can we do this on basis of headers. So back to our ID, just close this, and here we will say allow headers, and http header, and let's say we are only allowing authorization header. Okay, but what we do here is instead we send headers, and here we pass content type header. So let's pass our content type, and here we will just say, let's say application JSON. Let's go ahead and test this. So just do cargo run and back to our IDE or web browser. Actually, before we go, just make sure to allow this origin. Previously we changed it, so let's turn it back and now go back to test. So we just go ahead and send another request, and there you go. As you can see, it says you're sending a content type header which is not allowed. So let's go back to our ID and send the authorization header, and let's see what happens. So here we just quickly go and use the authorization header. The value can be anything for now, and run it back to our web browser, and we refresh. There you go, the request is through. And in the headers, as you can see, we are passing the authorization header, so it's through. So that's how you can work with CORS. You can allow or restrict based on the origin, methods, HTTP methods, which you can try at your site, and headers as I shown. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understand and learn something new. If you do, like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.